Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Mike, your boy Mr. Chow here, coming at you with a video. In this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about why I like and prefer Vyvanse over Adderall overall. So for starters, those of you who don't know, Vyvanse and Adderall are both amphetamines, which means they're CNS or central nervous system stimulants, which stimulate obviously your central nervous system. That being said, the two drugs do have some differences I want to discuss briefly. Vyvanse itself happens to be a prodrug, which means it has to be metabolized in the body, in your stomach, and so on and so forth before it becomes active in the body and so on. Whereas Adderall, when you first take it, given a certain amount of time, it's going to become active. And being a prodrug, Vyvanse being a prodrug, it means you can't sniff it, you can't inject it. It has to be orally taken, which means there's a less likely chance that it would be abused. Doesn't mean it can't be abused, but that's one of the reasons why I like it more so than Adderall. It's a less likely abused stimulant, if you will. So being a prodrug, meaning it has to be metabolized in the body, means that the onset of action is going to take a little bit longer. When you take Adderall, let's just say Adderall extended release, it's not the instant release. So as far as the extended release goes, I'm comparing that to the Vyvanse, which is the prodrug out of both. The Adderall extended release is going to hit you probably between 45 minutes to an hour and a half after ingestion, whereas Vyvanse is going to take between 2 to 3 hours to become effective after ingestion. Another key reason that I want to note why I like Vyvanse and prefer Vyvanse over Adderall is because of the onset of action. It's a bit smoother, whereas Adderall seems to pack a punch in a sense when you take it after ingestion. It seems to hit you a lot harder. Vyvanse is more smooth of an onset of action, and the effects come on a lot slower, but are more profound, I believe, once ingested and after taking effect overall. It is because it's a prodrug, if you will. Another reason I prefer Vyvanse to Adderall, or over Adderall, is because Vyvanse lasts longer. The duration of effects lasts longer. Adderall XR extended release lasts anywhere between 8 to 12 hours, and Vyvanse generally lasts between 12 upwards of 14 hours plus. So that's that. The duration of action is longer on Vyvanse, whereas Adderall is a less duration of action overall. Now I want to note Adderall is a mixture of levoamphetamine and dextroamphetamine, whereas Vyvanse, once it's metabolized, is processed into straight and pure dextroamphetamine, whereas Adderall you get both levo and dextroamphetamine. You're just getting straight dextroamphetamine with the Vyvanse. And dextroamphetamine itself tends to be more potent than the left-handed anatomer. If I'm saying that wrong, then forgive me, but it tends to be stronger than levoamphetamine. So I feel like once Vyvanse takes its course of action and takes effect, it's more potent, but it's not as, I don't want to say not as profound, but it's not as overwhelming as Adderall effects can be when all is said and done. It's a lot easier to handle, if you will. And you might not guess it, but another reason I like Vyvanse over Adderall is there's more of a dosage variation. Vyvanse you can get, I believe, down to 10 milligrams all the way up to 70 milligrams of dosage, whereas the Adderall you're going to get between, I believe, 10 milligrams or 5 milligrams all the way up to 30 milligrams, which, that being said, shows the variation difference between both the Adderall and the Vyvanse as far as dosage goes. So yeah. And the last reason I'm going to get into right now why I like Vyvanse and prefer Vyvanse over the Adderall is because of the fact that Vyvanse, when it wears off, doesn't hit you with such a hard crash or a come down as Adderall does. Seems like when I take Adderall, which is levoamphetamine mixed with dextroamphetamine, the Adderall, it seems to have a harsher and harder crash, and I go from being up per se all the way to down like nothing. It just happens out of nowhere. Whereas the Vyvanse, when it comes down or when you come down off the drug, seems to be a more gradual let down and let off of the medication, which definitely helps with the come down and the crash. So it's not as intense, whereas the Adderall is more intense, if you will. So yeah, there you have it. With all that being said, this was just a brief video summing up and just explaining why I prefer Vyvanse to Adderall or over Adderall. And it's all personal preference and personal opinions here, guys. Nothing's definitive or set in stone, but I just wanted to throw it out there why I do prefer the Vyvanse over the Adderall. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, drop a like down below. Drop a comment down below. Let me know your experience taking Vyvanse or Adderall, so on and so forth, if you will. Love the feedback, really do. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button for more content coming out in the near futures, everyone. I said futures. In the near future. You know what time it is. Come on now. Smash that subscribe button. Word of me. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. Until next time, you already know what time it is. Cheers and chow. Peace, y'all. Be easy. Catch you on the flip side. Word of me.